Now it's time to talk about the physical security. Physical security objectives and how it is related to the objective of our course and the subject of our course, which is the network security. Is there a relation? Yes, there is a relation. The physical security describes security measures that are designed to deny unauthorized access to the following: to facilities, to equipment, to resources. So, the building, the equipment inside the building, the software, the hardware resources inside any equipment are all a target for the physical security measures to deny unauthorized access to any of them. Physical security is of a great importance, and sometimes you design a very sophisticated firewall, very strong firewall, and very costly one with very good rule set, and you forget to hide its power appliance. So the attacker will easily detach its power appliance and cause it to be denial of service for the firewall, and leaves your network exposed, totally exposed to attacks. This is a very simple and very easy attack to be done, but very dangerous and very effective and of high impact on your network. Suppose that your firewall is exposed in a corridor with no access card. Suppose that your firewall is beside a window that is exposed to very high temperature. Your firewall can be easily denied of service by some physical attacks that you did not take into consideration, that you have forgotten to put your security measures. So importance of the physical security lies mainly that it is very easy to be attacked through and very dangerous and of high impact if attacked through. The importance of physical security is that it protects personnel, and let's focus on this word. First of all, you should protect your personnel and property from damage or harm. Secondly, you can protect your property from damage or harm, but first comes the personnel. The physical security should be implicit in every logical security control. If you apply firewall, then keep it safe. If you put an access control list on the router, then keep the router in a safe place, away from being detached, away from high temperature, away from any physical security attack that may cause denial of service of it. You may have a very expensive router, very speedy, very good, very well configured through the access control list, and once it is damaged through some water during the cleaning, for example, and you can see that your router, your very dear router and very sophisticated router, is attacked by denial of service attack. The importance of the physical security is that it is usually based on assumptions. What if cleaning is not done in the proper way? What if the temperature rises? What if the air condition falls or fails to protect your or to adjust the temperature in your room? What if something goes in fire? Okay, so it is usually based on assumptions, and accordingly you design your security measures in the physical security plan and physical security essence. The importance of the physical security is that it is sometimes overlooked and sometimes it is forgotten. You as a security specialist sometimes concentrate and focus highly on the logic and the firewall and the configuration and the IDS and the IPS and on the router access control list and so many things, and you overlook who is entering your facility. Where does he go inside your facility? Is there some access card? Is there some surveillance cameras to record and to have any documentation for his movement inside your building? How does he enter a room? And is he escorted inside the building, or does he have the freedom to roam inside the building without any escorting? So many things could happen could affect your security plan or policy and could cause you a high damage because of very simple acts that you have forgotten, because you have overlooked physical security. The objectives once more is safety, and remember that personal human beings, the souls of human beings is number one. Personnel is more important than servers, than information, than data, than anything inside the building, than any equipment, than anything inside the building, however expensive it is. The personnel, the human being, is more valuable, is more expensive, and should be protected first. If the building goes in fire, so we should keep the personnel safe as the first priority, and then move to the information and data and the patents inside the building and the equipment and other things. But keep in your mind that personnel is number one to be safe if any physical security attack happens. The objectives of the physical security is safeguarding information, secondly, equipment, infrastructure, facilities, other company assets, after personnel. Okay, information, equipment, and infrastructure and facilities, other company assets may be a target for the physical security attacks and may be exposed to physical security attacks, and safeguarding them by so many physical security measures is your target when you design your physical security plan or you design your physical security tools and technologies that you are going to use to protect your information and equipment and infrastructure. You are targeting providing authorized access and only authorized access, keeping confidentiality, keeping integrity, keeping availability, keeping the CIA is the meaning of authorized access. Only authorized access to the data, that is confidentiality, only authorized access by modification, by keeping integrity, only authorized access that should be kept, this is by keeping the availability of the data. Remember the CIA, remember that authorized access is the target of any security measure that you are taking and should be implied of any security measure that you are taking, including the physical security. What if physical security is overlooked? Suppose that you are using very strong passwords with very good encryption algorithm, but it can be easily overlooked if the attacker can physically sit in front of the server or of the laptop and use a boot CD. Any password, however strong, will be bypassed, will have no value at this time. Encryption is another security measure that you can apply on your data, but suppose that physically there is a keylogger, a piece of hardware that can be attached between your keyboard and your case, or between your keyboard internally and the motherboard of your laptop. This keylogger can log and can record every keystroke you are doing or you are executing. The keylogger can be a software, a hidden software on your laptop as well. So what would be the keylogs you will type after typing your username for your email account, for example? It should be the password. Then the keylogger will know or will and can transmit the password through a wireless transmission at the spot to the attacker, overlooking all your encryption algorithms or all your measures that you have taken in choosing your password by through a simple keylogger that is $1 in price and can be installed in a hidden place between the keyboard and the main case, or a software that are running hidden to transmit every keylog you are striking. The viruses, if you are setting up the best antivirus in the world, but you are allowing flash memory, CDs and DVDs to be inserted physically in your machines, what could your antivirus do? Sometimes it will fall with zero-day attacks and zero-day viruses. It would save you much effort and much cost and much licenses for the antivirus software and much updating and upgrading for the antivirus. It should be done, I know, but it could be much easier task for the antivirus that is good and updated and upgraded to keep your data away from viruses if you ban and restrict using the flash memories and CDs and DVDs to your machine. And entering even your facility or your premises with such equipment like the flash memories and CDs and DVDs. Consider redundancy as a physical security measure. Consider using multiple servers. Consider using mirrors, which is real-time copies that are running for the servers. Consider using RAID 5, for example, or any RAID version for the redundancy of hard disks to avoid the loss of data whenever a hard disk is not working, malfunctioning, is out of power, or is having any physical attack that may affect it. So redundancy is a good physical security measure that could be applied that can save much data whenever there is a physical security malfunctioning in the place. Thank you.